patronizing arts, some of the cultural and social developments. Sunga dynasty are follows. Aswamedha Yajna, Aswamedha Yajna, the Ayodhya inscription, Danda Pasumita Sunga is Dhanadeva. Pasumita Sunga is created with the performance of two Aswamedha sacrifices. Divya Dana depicts Pushyamitra as a destroyer of Buddhist monasteries and places of worship. Particularly, it was constructed by Ashoka. He attempted to revive the caste system with the social supremacy of the Brahmins. Patronage to art. Bharahutta Bodhagaya Sanchi evidence of the patronage received from the Sunga rulers. The gates and railings of the Bharhut Stupa surrounding the Sanchi Stupa built during the Sunga period, a phenomenal spatial expansion of Buddhist monastic sites. Period saw the flowering of visual arts, including small terracotta images, larger stone sculpture, and architectural monuments like the Chaitya Hall, Stupa at Bharhut, and the Great Stupa at Sanchi. The Sunga artist appears to delight in the handling of the human figures. The relief illustrate episodes from the life of the Buddha, an incident that giving an idea of contemporary life. Some sculptures of Bharhut, Bodhavaya, and Sanchi represent the first organized art activity which was opposed to court art of the Maurya. Sanskrit gradually gained prominence and became the language of the court. It relied in the handling the human figures. The reliefs illustrate episodes from the life of Buddha, idea of contemporary life. Some sculptures Bharhut and represent first organized art activity. Adjustment and adaptation. The period marked assimilations of many foreigners into Indian society. The art of this period also reflects, for the first time, the result of ethnic, social, and religious fusion. According to the Purana, Sunga ruler India lasted for 12 years. Magadha. Magadha was the nucleus of the kingdom. The period has significant impact of the development, social, and cultural life of Indian subcontinent. Patanjali's synthesis of tradition of yoga became the foundation of one of the school of thought. Assimilation of many foreigners into Indian society at a period of this also reflects first time the result of ethnic, social, and religious fusion. Next time the great Sanskrit grammar and Patanjali was patronized by the Pushyamitra Sunga. Patanjali. The play Malaki Agnimitram was written by Kalidasa during this period. Some Buddhist works of his age were written in Sanskrit. Kalidasa. Discuss the discuss role of foreign nationals in the Indian freedom struggle. And then page. Animation came in 1893. Madeline Slade, she was the British citizen who was supporter of the Indian independence. She left her home England to live and work with the Mahatma Gandhi, live by Gandhi's ideals. Gandhi gave her name Samuel Stokes. 1940, he joined Gandhiji's non-cooperation movement. Non-cooperation movement vigorously campaigned for the abolition of forced labor, for opposing the modern form of slavery. Stokes was fierce individualist who disgraced with Gandhi's insistence, making spinning of cloth a requirement in the Congress party. He also wrote to Gandhiji in 1939 as World War II was breaking out arguing that India should ally with the British against the greater menace of Nazism. Many voices strengthens. Philip Pratt is communist which plunged headlong into organizing the working class India. At 1920, colonial administration mirrored conspiracy case. Pratt and communist and left, including Pratt, implicated them. B.G. Harniman, newspaper editor whose paper Bombay Chronicles frequently questioned the colonial government. The world learned the horrors of the Amritsar massacres at Jallianwala Bagh. At the world learned, and because of his reporting, Harniman's paper was an outspoken supporter of Indian nationalism, and he had made it his mission to see the Indians were given the same rights of liberty and freedom that the Englishmen took for the granted. As voiced for the Indian nationals, which was dominated and suppressed by the British. The Britishers get some facilities. Amritsar massacres. Ram Manohar Lohia in the Indian freedom struggles. Ram Manohar Lohia was a prominent figure in the Indian independence. Ram Manohar Lohia, founder of the Congress Foreign Department. Foreign Department. He opposed the Indian participation in on the side Great Britain in World War II. He opposed was arrested for the anti-British remarks in 1939 to 1940. Anti-British remarks. He opposed participation on the side of Great Britain. Actually, opposed. He was at the forefront of the Quit India movement. 1948 to set up underground radio stations called Congress Radio at Bombay and Calcutta to disseminate sustain a leaderless movement to sustain a leaderless movement. Congress Radio disseminate spread the most needed information. He was jailed again 1944 to 46 for resistance activities. He opposed the partition of the country in 1947. After partition, he was keen to promote the idea of a confederation of India and Pakistan. The idea of confederation. Contribution to post-independent India. For this, he inspired and strengthened the fight against colonial rule. Fight against colonial rule. He served. He opposed Portugal rules, continuing Portugal rules. Sovereignty over Goa. The dynasty of the Praja Socialist Party, who was founded in 1952, was founded. But conflicts within the party led to his resignation. In 1955, later that year, he established a new socialist party for which he became the chairman as well as the editor of the journal Mankind. He advocated for various socio-political reforms in his